I'd been running from the facts, avoiding what was real, filling up my days with lies about the way I feel. But one night I got tired, pulled up an empty chair. The night I let the truth sit beside me, it was there. At first I couldn't look at it, couldn't meet its eyes, scared of what it would reveal, scared of its replies. But truth just sat there patient, didn't force me to engage. The night I let the truth sit beside me, turn the page. The night I let the truth sit beside me, I stopped running from what's real. No more hiding from the honest word, just learning how to feel. The night I let the truth sit beside me, and we became friends at last. God said, son, the truth has been waiting for this moment here, when you'd finally let it in, when you'd finally draw it near. Now I keep a chair for truth, let it sit right by my side. The night I let the truth sit beside me, nothing left to hide. The truth sits quietly, waiting to be asked. We can run our whole lives, or finally unmasked. The night I let the truth sit beside me changed everything I knew. No more living in delusion, just walking in what's true. The night I let the truth sit beside me, now we're never apart. Yeah, the night I let the truth sit beside me, and it healed my heart. Now truth sit beside me every single day. The night I let the truth sit beside me, and it showed me the way. Yeah. The highway just stopped moving, froze beneath my feet. Ice covered the asphalt, snow covered the street. I couldn't go no further, couldn't turn around. God found me waiting where the road went cold on frozen ground. I'd been traveling for years, thinking roads would always flow. Never counted on the winter, never counted on the snow. But standing in that stillness, in that frozen, stopped up way, God found me waiting where the road went cold that day.
God found me waiting
where the road went cold, at the ending of my path,
right there in the wind.
in the frozen aftermath.
God found me waiting
where the road went cold, and He warmed me with His grace. He said, son, sometimes roads freeze, so you'll stop and look around. See that I've been with you, see me on this ground. Now I'm not afraid of roads that stop or freeze or end. God found me waiting where the road went cold, my truest friend.
Roads that go cold,
Unabandoned by the Lord,
He meets us in the winter,
where we can't afford.
oh, God found me waiting
Where the road went cold,
where it went cold.
and He melted all the ice.
Showed me that the stopping
Was the best advice. God found me waiting where the road went cold.
when it went cold.
Oh, now I'm moving free.
Now me,
Yeah, God found me waiting where the road went cold, and He thought me. Now when roads freeze over, I don't fear the cold. God found me waiting where the road went cold, and made me bold. I stopped fighting when the silence answered. I've been battling with questions, wrestling with my doubt, throwing punches at the darkness, trying to figure out. But when the quiet finally spoke, when silence had its say, I stopped fighting when the silence answered that day. They didn't give me a reason, didn't explain the why, just spoke a peace so deep it made me stop and cry. My fist unclenched, my jaw relaxed, the war inside me ceased. I stopped fighting when the silence answered, brought me peace. I stopped fighting when the silence answered with a word I couldn't hear, but felt down in my spirit, crystal clear. I stopped fighting when the silence answered and the battle was done. God said, son, some answers come without a single sound. In the quiet, in the stillness, that's where truth is found. Now I listen for the silence, let it answer my unrest. I stopped fighting when the silence answered, passed the test. Silence has answers deeper than words can say. We have to stop our fighting to hear what silence conveys. I stopped fighting when the silence answered with a peace that passes knowing, not in explanations, but in holy showing. I stopped fighting when the silence answered. Now I'm resting still. Yeah, I stopped fighting when the silence answered, and I'm doing His will. Now I don't fight like I used to. I let silence have its way. I stopped fighting when the silence answered, and I'm okay. was pouring out my secrets at the foot of Calvary. Every sin and every failure laid out for all to see. But the cross just stood there silent, didn't interrupt my plea. The cross stood quiet while my heart confessed, set me free. I thought it might condemn me, thought it might turn away, but it just kept on listening to everything I'd say. Its silence was more powerful than any words could be. The cross stood quiet while my heart confessed to me. The cross stood quiet while my heart confessed, didn't speak a word.
Oh, God, me.
Just held space for my honesty, made sure I was heard.
Let's go,
The cross stood quiet while my heart confessed, and that was all I needed then. God said, son, the cross don't need to speak, it's already said it all. 2,000 years of silence, holding every sinner's fall. Now I bring my confessions to that quiet wooden beam. The cross stood quiet while my heart confessed, redeemed. Silence in the presence of the cross is grace. It lets us speak our truth in that holy place. The cross stood quiet while my heart confessed, like a priest who doesn't judge,
All that me.
just receives our burden, gives us holiness.
Just holy.
The cross stood quiet while my heart confessed, now I'm speaking free. Yeah, the cross stood quiet while my heart confessed, and it listened to me. Now I confess to the quiet cross, let it hear my soul. The cross stood quiet while my heart confessed, and made me whole. I've been making explanations for everything I've done, justifying my behavior, pointing blame at everyone. But I ran out of reasons, ran out of alibis. Grace met me at the end of my excuses. No disguise. I thought when excuses ended, judgment would begin, that I'd face condemnation for the state that I was in. But grace was standing waiting when my explanation ceased. Grace met me at the end of my excuses, brought me peace. Grace met me at the end of my excuses, where I had nothing left to say. No more explanation, no more running away. at the end of my excuses and said, come as you are. God said, son, I've been waiting for your excuses to run out, so you'd finally come to me without the fig leaf of your doubt. Now I don't make excuses, just come honest and exposed. Grace met me at the end of my excuses, heaven knows. Excuses keep us distant from the grace we truly need. When they finally end, that's when we're free. Grace met me at the end of my excuses and embraced me as I am. No more justifying, just the great I am. Grace met me at the end of my excuses. Now I'm walking true. Yeah, grace met me at the end of my excuses and made me new. Now I don't make excuses, just tell it like it is. Grace met me at the end of my excuses, and that's where freedom lives. But I've been clutching my identity, holding on so tight to who I thought I was supposed to be, day and night. But the highway made me tired, made me open up my hand. The road held my name when I let it go. Understand? I watched my name fall to the asphalt, thought it would be gone, but the road caught it gently, kept it safe until the dawn. While I walked on nameless, learning who I really am, the road held my name when I let it go, part of the plan. The road held my name when I let it go, kept it safe and sound, while I discovered our identity that wasn't reputation bound. The road held my name when I let it go and gave it back renewed. God said, son, sometimes you have to lose your name to find the one I've always called you, the one that's truly mine. Now I'm not afraid to let go of who I think I am. The road held my name when I let it go. Abraham. Names we cling to tightly keep us from what's true. The road holds them safely while God makes us new. The road held my name when I let it go, like a faithful friend. Returned it when I was ready at journey's end. The road held my name when I let it go. Now I know who I am. Yeah, the road held my name when I let it go. And I'm God's man. Now I let go of my name, trust the road to hold it true. The road held my name when I let it go. And gave me back anew. Three in the morning, not a sound to be heard. No wind, no crickets, not even a bird. But in that perfect silence, in that motionless air, I heard God breathing in the stillest hour. Everywhere it was steady as a heartbeat, gentle as could be. The inhale and exhale of divinity, filling up the darkness with His holy living breath. I heard God breathing in the stillest hour, conquering death. I heard God breathing in the stillest hour, when everything was hushed. Oh, I heard God in the deepest quiet, where sound is crushed. I heard God breathing in the stillest hour, and I breathed along with Him. He said, son, in the stillest hours, I'm breathing over you, giving you my life, making everything new. Now I wake at 3 a.m. just to hear Him breathe. I heard God breathing in the stillest hour, I believe. In the stillest hour, God's breath is clear. We can hear Him living when we draw near. I heard God breathing in the stillest hour, like the breath of life itself. Filling up the silence with spiritual wealth. I heard God breathing in the stillest hour. Now I'm breathing free. Yeah, I heard God breathing in the stillest hour, and He's breathing into me. Now I seek the stillest hours, when the world's asleep. I heard God breathing in the stillest hour, and it runs so deep. And I've been standing tall against the shadows, wouldn't bow, fighting off the blackness, keeping prideful somehow. But when my knees hit ground, when I finally bent, the darkness lost me. When I finally knelt and went, it couldn't hold me anymore, couldn't keep its grip. The moment I surrendered, it just had to slip away nothing, powerless to stay. The darkness lost me when I finally knelt that day. The darkness lost me when I finally knelt in surrender to the light. Couldn't hold me standing, but lost me in my plight. The darkness lost me when I finally knelt, and it had to let me go. God said, son, darkness keeps you standing in your pride, but when you kneel before me, it can't hold you inside. Now I drop to my knees when shadows come around. The darkness lost me when I finally knelt on holy ground. Kneeling breaks the darkness, pride keeps the shadows fed. Surrender is the weapon that makes the night shed. The darkness lost me when I finally knelt, like a hand that couldn't hold. Released me in my bowing, made me brave and bold. The darkness lost me when I finally knelt. Now I'm walking in the day. Yeah, the darkness lost me when I finally knelt and showed me the way. Now I kneel before I stand every single day. The darkness lost me when I finally knelt, and I'm okay. And I'm okay. I thought I'd lose my faith first, thought belief would be the crack. But standing in the storm, here's what brought me back. My pride gave out completely, shattered on the ground. My pride broke down before my faith did, and faith was found. All my self-reliance crumbled, all my boasting ceased. But underneath that rubble, faith was not deceased. It had been there waiting for my pride to finally fall. My pride broke down before my faith did, heard the call. My pride broke down before my faith did, in the order God designed. First the ego had to shatter before faith could be refined. My pride broke down before my faith did, and that's how it should be. God said, son, I had to break your pride to show you what remained. That faith was always stronger, never would be stained. Now I'm grateful for the breaking of the pride I used to hold. My pride broke down before my faith did, truth be told. Pride must break before us for faith to show its strength. We think faith is fragile, but it goes the length. My pride broke down before my faith did, and faith stood tall and true. Proved it was the stronger, carried me right through. My pride broke down before my faith did. Now I'm standing strong. Yeah, my pride broke down before my faith did, and faith has been there all along. Now I know that faith is tougher than pride could ever be. My pride broke down before my faith did, and it set me free. My pride broke down before my faith did, and it set me free. I'd been leading with my judgment, letting condemnation go, speaking all my criticism before mercy got to flow. But something made me quiet, made me bite my tongue that night. The night I let mercy speak first, made it right. Mercy had been waiting, standing at the back of a line, for its turn to have a voice, for its moment to shine. When I finally gave it space, let it go ahead of blame. The night I let mercy speak first, everything changed. The night I let mercy speak first, before judgment had its say, everything was different in a grace-filled way. The night I let mercy speak first, and mercy changed the game. God said, son, when mercy speaks first, everything transforms. Judgment loses power, grace becomes a norm. Now I always let mercy speak before I speak my mind. The night I let mercy speak first, I was kind. Mercy speaking first changes everything we see. Judgment loses power when mercy gets to be free. The night I let mercy speak first, I saw with different eyes, not through condemnation, but through grace's gentle cries. The night I let mercy speak first, now I'm speaking mercy more. Yeah, the night I let mercy speak first and opened heaven's door. Now mercy always speaks first in everything I say. The night I let mercy speak first and change my way. I felt my power leaving, draining from my bones. Couldn't hold on any longer, couldn't stand alone. My strength just got up and left me lying on the floor. God stayed when my strength walked away, and more. I thought I'd be abandoned when I had nothing left to give. Thought God only wanted strong ones, those who knew how to live. But He pulled up even closer when my power disappeared. God stayed when my strength walked away. Persevere. God stayed when my strength walked away. Didn't leave my side.
Oh, not side.
Right there in my weakness, right there in my prized demise.
God stayed
when my strength walked away and became my mind. He said, son, I'm strongest in your weakness. That's my way. I don't need your power, just need you to stay. Now I'm grateful for the leaving of the strength I used to own. God stayed when my strength walked away. I'm not alone. When our strength abandons, God draws even near. He doesn't need our power, just needs us here. God stayed when my strength walked away and gave me His instead.
But my steps
Didn't need my muscle, just needed me to be led. God stayed when my strength walked away. Now I'm standing tall. Yeah, God stayed when my strength walked away, and His strength is all. Now I don't mourn my strength, I'm glad it walked away. God stayed when my strength walked away, and He's here to stay.